The YouTube stream is live.
Many thanks indeed. Right then, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this meeting of the Joint Standards Committee. For the benefit of those watching on YouTube, our YouTube channel, members of the committee are present in the chamber, and these members will be voting on proposals, if any, this evening. Any members of the committee who are participating online via MS Teams can take part in any discussions and ask questions, but cannot vote. Similarly, other members of the council who are present in the chamber or participating online via MS Teams can take part in any discussions, ask questions, but cannot vote. Your attention is drawn to agenda item 1, which sets out the guidance of how meetings will be conducted. Before we start with the formal business, we'll confirm attendance of voting members by doing a roll call. Alison, please.
I will start with borough councillors first. Councillor Davis.
Present.
We've had apologies from Councillor Bell. Substitute is Councillor Williams.
Present.
Councillor Barton. Present. Councillor Bennison. I think that's an apology. Councillor Bridge.
Present.
Councillor Dean. Can't see. Councillor Lark.
Present.
Councillor Parry.
Present.
Councillor Rhodes had submitted apologies for in-person attendance, but is available online. Councillor Round has sent apologies and substituted by Councillor Kaloki.
Present.
Councillor Tanner has submitted apologies, substituted by Councillor Coffin.
Present.
I will now move on to parish councils, and I will call the name of the parish or town council rather than the rep. We've had apologies from Addington, Alresford, Borough Green, Burham, they're present, Ditton, Ditton, was that a
Present.
present? Thank you. East Peckham.
Present.
Oh, present, online, yes. Hadlow.
Present.
Kings Hill. Don't think so. Platt.
Present.
Saxdell has sent apologies. Ryash. Nodland. Not present. Crosley. And Brutum. No. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. We have our two officers tonight. Joy, can you introduce yourself, please?
Good evening, Joy Ukadike, Head of Legal Services, Head of Legal and Democratic Services, and an Interim Monitoring Officer.
And please, Alison.
Alison Paris, Principal Democratic Services Officer.
Thank you. Well, we've had apologies, and we've got the substitutes nominated as well earlier. Are there any declarations of interest, please? No, thank you. Then you have in front of you or on among your papers the minutes. Are we agreed that those are a good record of last time, please? Thank you very much. In which case I will sign them. We now come on to item 6. This is the Joint Standards Committee, Parish Town Council representatives and voting allocations. And I take you to the recommendations on page 16 of the report in paragraphs 171 and 172. To note and revise a revised pool of parish and town council representatives and endorse the proposed voting allocations as supported by the parish partnership panel set out in Appendix 1. Joy, if you could just talk us through the report, just introduce the report, please. No, sorry, Alison. Yes, of course, you should be doing
Okay,
it.
this is just formalising what was discussed at the Parish Partnership Panel in November. It was following a review of the representatives of the parishes who wished to sit on the Joint Standards Committee. So following that, we had 13 members of the pool. We have allocated voting rights to 6 because that was the original agreement when it was first set up, and we'd never followed that through. And it's just to make it easier for democratic services officers to know who's who and who has the voting rights at a particular meeting. So the voting allocations proposed are set out in Annex 1, and they go from the council municipal year. So for 24-25, 25-26, 26-20. And that's all there is to it, really.
Are there any questions that anybody wants to ask on it? In which case, I, from the chair, will propose the recommendations as on page 60. I reckon it's page 18. Yes, correct. Page 16, as I set out before. Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Gary. We agreed on that. Thank you very much. If we can now go on to the Code of Conduct complaints, and this time it is very much Joy's pitch.
Thank you. The report is just to update members on the complaints made to the monitoring officer that a member has failed to comply with their authority's code of conduct. I don't know if you had a chance to read through the report. I do have 6 outstanding reports, complaints to deal with. But yeah, so that just gives you an idea in the appendix of the sort of complaints that come through and how the resolution or outcome. I don't know if you have any questions.
Any questions? James, please.
How's this compared to previous periods? Are we up, down, about the same?
Well, I would say from looking at there's a monitoring officer's record of complaints, I think it's probably about the same. I think it's going a bit busier the past couple of months. I don't know if it's because I'm in the post. No, I don't know why. I'm just like, what's going? But yeah, I think that's probably it.
There's a little bit of fits and starts, James, but we do sometimes get a little bit of a rush of things, but generally it ticks over about the same, but about 8 every 6 months, and many of them are ones which we don't proceed with. So that's about it, and this is a typical period. Else? If we could just ask you to note that, please, and we'll move on. I have no urgent items. We have no need to exclude the press and public or move to part 10, and therefore I close the meeting at 7:59.